compleet afgaat, van zodra hij afgeroepen wordt. Dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen, do not hassle the Hoff. Ladies and gentlemen, David Hasselhoff!
Bonjour, ça va? Oui! You know, now it's really quiet. Don't hassle the Hoff. Don't hassle the Hoff. You know, I changed my name, right? It's only the Hoff now. I wanted to get rid of the hassle. Anyway, my name is David Hasselhoff. I started when I was 7 years old in a play called Peter Pan. And I'm now playing Captain Hoff the Hook. You have green hair. You have green hair and you have red hair. Or pink hair. Who are you?
We're characters from a program called Buchannon. We're in cosplay.
I'm sorry? Do you have a microphone?
Right.
Yes, who are you?
Okay, this is right.
Yeah, I know. It's like, wow.
We're characters from Vocalites. It's a computer program for music.
Oh, okay, cool.
And there's characters that are designed to sing the songs.
Are you singing while you're here?
No.
Do you want to sing?
No.
Come on, let's sing.
No.
Ah, come on. Come on.
No.
This is your big opportunity. Come on.
If I'm gonna sing, everybody's out of here.
Huh? Well, can she sing?
No, I can't sing.
You can't sing either? Oh. Yeah, I can sing, but I'm not here to sing. I'm here to answer questions and to talk. So, does anybody have any questions for me? No questions? All right, well then I'll talk. My name is David Hasselhoff. My first show, I think you got here because someone in line said, I know you as Snapper on The Young and the Restless. Anyone ever seen The Young and the Restless here? No? One person. Hello. The Young and the Restless was a daytime soap opera in America, and I played a doctor for 7 years. And then I had to leave because I wanted to go to New York, because I wanted to do a musical called Jekyll and Hyde. Anyone ever see Jekyll and Hyde? No? Jekyll and Hyde, if you're into music, is a musical that I did on Broadway. And I realized my dream by doing Jekyll and Hyde on Broadway. And then I did Billy Flynn in Chicago. Oh my God. And then I have to talk to these people. Oh my God. It's not Halloween yet. And is that yours? And you're carrying a knife. Okay. Why are you carrying a knife?
You can explain better.
Oh, hello. I like what you're wearing. Can you explain why she's carrying a knife?
Because she's the Marseille.
Do it in French.
I can't speak French.
Do you speak French?
Un petit peu.
Okay. What language do you speak?
Dutch.
Dutch. Okay, we'll do it in Dutch.
Dit is eigenlijk maar geheim en ik ben zo zijn hulpje. Ik help hem eigenlijk om mensen dood te doen. I help him to kill people because he is Grim Reaper.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Here's your telephone. Call me later. Anyway, anybody got any questions for me? After Knight Rider, I got a show called after Young and Restless, I got a show called Knight Rider. Has anybody seen Knight Rider?
Yeah.
Thank God. And then after Knight Rider, I quit to go back to New York, and I got a show called Baywatch. Has anyone seen Baywatch? Okay, we'll take a little test here. I'm going to say Baywatch or Knight Rider. Knight Rider! Baywatch! That's pretty even. So, you must have some questions about Knight Rider, like maybe, how many cars did we use? Does anyone know? Wait, you know? All the way back there. How do I get back here? I'll send the Grim Reaper to cut the way through. Wow. All right. Every single day on the set, how many cars did we have?
20?
20. Wow, that's a big budget. 20. No, we had 9. We had 9 cars every day on the set of Knight Rider because we broke a lot of them. And sometimes we broke a lot of them to have fun. Any more questions about Knight Rider? I don't know. The question is, did I break any of the cars? And the answer is, of course. We used to break the cars at lunch because it really was a lot of fun. Knight Rider was, I think, the best 4 years of my life until my children were born. And that was the most exciting moment that's happened to me ever. Because if you're there at the birth of your child, and you should be there, because if you're not at the birth of your child, you're going to hear about it from your wife for the rest of your life. And then you hear about it from your kid. Dad, why weren't you at my birth? So it's, you definitely should be at the birth of your child. But Knight Rider was the coolest thing I've ever done, I think. Because the theme of the show was one man can make a difference. You know? One man can make a difference. And you guys have all made a difference in my life. Why? Because you're here. Because people actually know Hasselhoff. They know the name Hasselhoff in Belgium. And that's pretty cool. My father would have been really, really proud of that. When I called my father, I told him I have a new show. I'm not sure that I'm going to get it, but I really believed that I would get it. I have a saying called, see it, believe it, and you'll live it. And I really believe in that. If you see it, if you see yourself successful, and you really believe you're going to be successful, you will be successful. But you have to see it first, and you have to believe it. You really, 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 really have to believe it. And don't let anyone tell you not to believe it, and don't let anyone get in your way. And then you'll live it. And see it, believe it, and live it. It's 3 easy words. Anyway, any more questions about Knight Rider? You have a question?
We have a question over here, Mr. Hasselhoff.
Oh, she's asking me to sing Looking for Freedom. Do you know Looking for Freedom?
Yeah.
I've been looking for freedom. I've been looking so long. I've been looking for freedom. Still the search goes on. I headed down the track. My baggage on my back. I left the city far behind. walking down that road with my heavy load, trying to find some peace of mind. Mama said you were sorry, son, if you leave your home this way. But I can't go on. Thank you. Looking for Freedom was this crazy, amazing song that I sang in 1989, and it happened to be the same time the Berlin Wall came down. And I sang it on New Year's Eve above the Berlin Wall to 1 million people, and you can see it on YouTube. It was crazy. And I called 10 of my best friends and said, I'm going to Berlin to sing on the Berlin Wall. Would you like to come? And they said yes. And so I took 10 of my college friends, I was your age, and we all went to Berlin. And I sang to 1 million people. And they sang in English, which was amazing. Any other questions about Night Rider? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, it's not about Night Rider. Hi, David. It's about Half the Record.
Oh, Half the Record.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Thank you.
How much say did you have in the scenarios? And was there anything you really didn't want to do?
Half the Record is a TV series that what channel? Are you watching it on television here?
Yeah, it's broadcast on national television here.
What channel?
8.
8. You know, a lot of people in line, when they were asking for my autograph, talked about Half the Record. And the funny thing about Half the Record is it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite TV series, because it's part of my life. I took all the stories in my life, all the stories that are written about me, all the stories you think you know about me, and I had fun with them. I didn't make fun of them, but I made fun with them. And I think that's really important in life. You can't take your life seriously. We all make mistakes, we all make stupid mistakes, but you have to laugh at them, and you have to laugh at how we pick ourselves up and get back in the race. That sounds like a song. Anyway, Half the Record is a TV series that is a half an hour long, and we got fantastic reviews, and we've been nominated for an international Emmy as the best comedy in the world on television. And we find out if we win this November, right? This November. We find out if we win this November. And the funny part about it is in London and around the world, sometimes it's on the wrong channel. It was on the Dave channel in the UK, and it was canceled. So the show has been nominated for an international Emmy as the best show, but it's been canceled on television. So the sad part about Half the Record is it may not be back. It may have only lasted 2 seasons, and that would really kind of break my heart, because I really enjoyed doing it because it was mostly improvisation. And there was nothing on Half the Record that we would not do. There was nothing. I said, no, I want to open the book to my life, and here are these stories that have happened to me. I lived through the 80s. I mean, there's a lot of people from the 80s who didn't make it, but I made it. And what I can remember of the 80s, it was a pretty awesome time. And I wanted to write a story about what's been written about me, what people have said about me, because I'm sure people have said stuff about you that's not true. And you have to laugh at it. You have to say, that is so ridiculous that it's funny. Because if you don't, you're going to hold it inside. And if you hold it inside, and you don't get it out, you act it out in the wrong way. Anyway, off the record, I was amazed at how many people here in Ghent said to me how much they loved the show. And that made me feel really, really warm and really, really strong to bring it back. I'm really, really going to try to bring it back for a third season. So thank you for mentioning Off the Record. It's done like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Most of the show, we rehearse for 2 weeks, and then we do the first episode, which we write, and then we improvisation. We improv with a bunch of comedians, and we kind of let them go off. We let them go off and do whatever they want. And then we take the best parts of that improv and we put it in the show. And most of it's not that good. Most of the improv is funny, dirty, but not really good for television. And but Off the Record is kind of holding on by a thread. And we'll see if we win the International Emmy, if it helps the show stay on. Any more questions?
Yes,
We have a man.
we have one over here.
Right here. Hi.
Hi, man.
I'm Jan from Germany, and I heard
Alles klar?
Alles klar, yeah. I heard there's a new Baywatch movie coming out next year with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Zac Efron, but I also heard that you're in that movie. So what can you tell us about that movie?
Well, I play Mitch Buchannon on Baywatch, the TV show. And now Dwayne Johnson is playing Mitch Buchanan. So when I went to the set, I said, "Who are you playing?" And he said, "I'm playing Mitch." And I said, No, I'm Mitch. And he said, "Not anymore." So there's two ways to look at it. You can either stay home, watch it on TV and be upset, or you can shake hands with Dwayne Johnson and say, "Welcome to the greatest franchise in the world. Welcome, good luck, have a good time. Let me tell you why I think the show works." And I played David Hasselhoff in the movie. And we'll see what happens. He's a lovely guy. He's a straight up guy. He's got a heart. And he came from being a wrestler to an actor. And now he's the #1 actor in the world. And also Zac Efron was in the show. And Zac was super cool and in really incredible shape. And I got in incredible shape for the movie because I had to work next to these guys. And The Rock is like, The Rock. It's like a man and a half. And Zac was even in better shape than both of us. And it was an honor, and it was a very positive experience. I have no idea how the film will turn out. Really, I don't. I'd love to make a Knight Rider movie, but right now Knight Rider is in the hands of a production company that want to make it like Starsky and Hutch, the remake, and make fun of it. And I won't be a part of that. Knight Rider was too cool, too good, too positive, and was a part of everyone's childhood. And I'm still a kid. I haven't grown up yet. And I refuse to grow up. Because being a child is what we forget. We forget all that stuff. When we're kids, we just laugh, we just cry, when we're angry, But when we grow up, we suppress all that. And That's a big, big thing for me. To learn and to keep learning is not to suppress my emotions, to let them out. Any more questions?
We have one in the back here.
I want to know, how can I grow magnificent chest hair like yours?
That's the best question I've ever been asked. How I can grow magnificent chest hair like yours? You have to squeeze. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I saw a guy, 3 days ago in the pool. He had so much hair. Woo. I mean, a lot more hair than me, but most of it was on his back. And I said, that doesn't look so good. I don't know. You know, it's funny that people make fun of my chest hair, or you know, make fun of Speedos, but you're making fun of it, and it's okay with me. It's funny, you know. I want to cut my chest hair, but my fiance won't let me. She says I like it, so I don't know. I have no idea how to grow chest hair like me. How do you grow chest hair? You know? No, I don't know. Is there? I don't know. I mean, it's hard enough just to keep the hair on my head. Anyway, the answer is I don't know. Okay, thank you very much. One more here? One more.
Hi. I wanted to know how you ended up in the Swedish and Finnish networks, and how about Kung Fury? Was it related? How did you get there?
The question is, how did I end up in the Finnish networks? In Finland? Are you from Finland?
I read that Kung Fury was a Swedish movie.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know how did you get in touch with those guys?
You guys know what Kung Fury is? Yeah. If you don't know what Kung Fury is, Google it today, because it's the coolest movie ever. And it was made by a young boy in Sweden who lived in a small little village, and he had a computer, and he used his friends. He used his next door neighbor as a stunt man. He used his, he went and found Lonely Island? Is it called Lonely Island? The guys from Lonely Island, which are a comedy group, he used his best friend as a stuntman. He was like living in his grandmother's house, and he ended up taking his computer, and he found a way to do really cool animation. And he made fun of the 80s. And he went on television and said, "Hi, my name is David Sandberg, and I'm making this movie called Kung Fury, but I don't have enough money to finish it. Could you please be a part of it?" So everyone like you sent in money. And they sent in $625,000. And he went, whoa. And it was the most money ever raised on Kickstarter by an international artist, which David is, or an international person, which David is, because he was living in a small village in Sweden. Suddenly he had $600,000. And went, holy shit, what do I do with this money? How do I make this movie even better? But he did. He made it better, and now it's turning into an epic, huge movie that Steven Spielberg is producing and is involved in. And the budget is going to be from $40 to $70 million, and it's going to be amazing. He came to me and said, well, I have a movie that makes fun of the 80s. Who better to sing the song than David Hasselhoff? So, true story. My assistant came over to me and said, there's this young kid in Sweden, and he made this video, and it's a short, it's a trailer, and he wants you to sing the theme song. And I said, show me a little bit of it. I saw 5 seconds of it, and I said, that's so cool. I'm in. So I called him up and said, hello, David, this is the Night Rider. And he went, oh my God. Oh. I said, I know. But it really is David Hasselhoff, the Night Rider. He goes, oh, I know, oh, okay. And I said, I would like to do your movie. And he went, holy. And we called. The next call was from Universal Studios, who said, we actually have the rights to the music. We'd love you to fly to Sweden and do the song. So I went to Sweden, and then I go in the studio, and I meet a songwriter, because in Sweden they have really good songwriters. And this guy wrote for Kelly Clarkson, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You know that song? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I went, wow, that's probably got the coolest rock and roll hook I've ever heard. And he worked with Celine Dion, and he worked with a lot of people that are quite successful. And I said, let's go, what's the song? And he plays me True Survivor. So I said, wow, I've only got literally a day and a half, 2 days to record this. So we recorded it, and now it's got 25 million hits. 25 million views. I think it's because in the video I'm riding a dinosaur. But the song is really cool, it's really 80s. And now it's turned into a full-blown movie where I'm not going to be playing David Hasselhoff, but I played the car. I play, is it called Kit? No. I play the Hoff 9000 is the name of the car. Is that cool? And one of the lines in the show is, don't hassle with the Hoff, or we will unleash the fury. And we had a great relationship. His girlfriend, who plays Wolf Girl, was actually crying. I said, and why are you crying? She said, because I can't believe the Night Rider is here. And we made the song. And the movie, I just talked to David about a month and a half ago, and the movie is going into production in 2017. So that shows that all of you can be successful. He was successful by just trying to create animation. You know, you can make a movie on your cell phone now. You can make a movie on your cell phone and you can be successful. And it will go to Sundance, which is one of the biggest film festivals in America. And they have, I think they have actual festival for cell phone movies. So it's a great tribute to all of us. I mean, all of you guys sitting here. That's why I keep coming back to Comic-Cons. Because everybody here has a dream and has a vision. And if you want to dress up and be crazy and look like your character that you believe in, there's going to be somebody else you can talk to that has the same vision. And maybe there's enough people in here that love David Hasselhoff enough or respect my work, but not love me, but respect my work, that you guys can get together and talk and maybe create something. I know you're looking at me because we
I could.
No, I already sang Looking for Freedom. Anyway, it's time for me to go, so I'm going to go. I'm going to say thank you very much. Believe in yourself. See it, believe it, live it. Thank you very much. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.